Guys, good morning. I promised you guys that I was going to talk about, communication, the importance of communication in any relationship. Okay, the focus here is romantic relationship, the kind of relationship we have with our romantic partners, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, any kind of intimate relationship. That is my focus for today. Making this video is already bringing a lot of memories because I'm also a woman and a young woman. I'm not yet married, so you understand that I am also in the game of relationship and dating and all of that. So when it comes to communication and the values of it, I've also benefited. Like aside the fact that I studied communication in school, when it comes to sometimes putting some of these things to practice, it has to be really intentional. It has to be something that you want to do. It has to be something that you have seen the problem, or you have identified the problem and you want to improve on it. You don't wait for people to actually tell you that you have a problem, except okay, maybe you're sick and you go to the hospital sometimes, but you have to also feel the symptoms before you know that my body is feeling somehow and I think I need to see a doctor. So the same thing with communication. If you're in a relationship and you're not happy with the way things are going, then you know that there is a problem and you need to, make certain changes. You need to improve and you need to, come to a place where you know that this problem I'm having, either I need to talk to an expert, or I need to take a review, or I need to actually, get to a point where I need to make some certain changes. I got to that point myself as an individual. I got to the point where I knew that the way my relationship is going with people, my partner, it's not really something that was making me happy. So I needed to make that conscious changes. And before I got to this point, it actually cost me so much. Lots of heartbreaks, a lot of issues, and then it got to that point where, oh my goodness, my relationships were ending, and I was no longer happy about it. So how did I go about it, and what happened? I got to read lots of books. I became this person that learned to listen. I learned to listen more and make some conscious changes, to my lifestyle, to everything about me. I took that, I drew back and I, had a deep reflection and personal reflection and recollection. So I got to understand communication more. Other than what was being taught in school, I decided to also put it into practice. And then today, I want to just share some few tips with you, and I'll be very fast about this so that this video don't get too, extended, and I don't get to talk about. I just really want to communicate. That's just it. Yeah, I want to communicate a few tips I want to give us if you want to really build a healthy relationship. Maybe subsequently I get to share my struggles, in getting to this point. But for today, I just want to go straight to the point. And number one, you have to learn to talk openly while in a relationship. I'm this kind of a person that if you offend me, I'll tell you. Like I don't need to let it, slide. I'll just call you and say, babe, okay, there's something I need to talk to you about. There is, I just need us. Like I don't play that mind games, and I don't believe in, giving that silent treatment. It's something I never do. In the past, I would do it. I would be very manipulative. I would, play that emotional games, but as I understood myself and I know what I wanted out of life, I told myself it's a no. So when you offend me, instead of playing the mind game, give me that silent treatment and the cold shoulder, I will call you and I will let you know that we need to talk. And of course, you should always have timing at the back of your mind. You cannot call somebody, while they're at work, and then you start ranting and you start shouting and you start screaming. You are not going to get any results. So you should always have timing at the back of your mind. You should understand that it is the timing that will give you the results. The time when you talk to somebody, you cannot call me at work when I'm at work and thinking of the tasks that is before me, and you are calling me and you want us to talk about the issues we are having in the relationship. That is not my focus at that time of the day. I have goals that have been set for the day, and trust me, that is not just what I want to hear. At that point in time, whatever it is, whatever situation we are having, I think we need to be matured enough to understand that this person is at work, and talking to them at that point in time, you're not going to get anything. You're not going to get any positive answers. Maybe they may not even be hearing you because their minds, their attention is divided. So you need to have timing in mind when you want to communicate and when you want to get results. The reason why most people feel not heard is because you don't take cognizance of the timing. You just feel your partner should always be available to you. You just feel that this person needs to always listen to you. It doesn't work that way. Nah, it doesn't work that way. So if you want to communicate effectively, you need to take into account the timing. You need to understand, that there is a time for everything. Even the Bible states that there is a time for everything. There's a time to talk to your partner and he will listen to you. And of course, if you want to be heard, you also need to learn to be a good listener. You need to be able to listen to the other party so that the other party can also listen to you. You need it goes hand in hand. You listen to me, I listen to you, and then we listen to each other. And then you need to learn, to communicate your difficulties. You need to learn to communicate your challenges. You need to learn to communicate, all your emotional struggles. You don't only communicate, when there is a fight, you need to communicate like, okay, babe, this is that. Okay, this is what is happening with me. Your personal struggles, all kinds of difficulties. You need to be open enough to communicate, and you'll be sure to be heard. Okay, so and before you communicate, this is something that is, I'm smiling because some of these things are things I do on a daily basis. Like it's something I practice. It's a conscious, journey for me. You need to also process your feelings before you start communicating. Before I'm using the word communication a lot. Before you start talking to your partner, you need to process your feelings. You need to understand what is actually happening inside of you. Sometimes, like this is something that happens to me all of the time. Sometimes you're just angry about something. Oh, you did this, and it's just maybe your own mind trying to play you. So you need to go to that quiet place and process your feelings. Okay, and then you flip the other side of the coin. Like we are taught in journalism, there is always two sides to every coin. There's always this side and this side. So you flip the both sides and weigh your options, weigh the feelings you are faced with at that point in time. And when you'll be able to process your feelings, you can think more clearly. You have clarity. You have more focus on what you want to talk about. So it helps a lot.